Your mic is muted. No? Still no? Uh-oh. No sé. Now? ¿No se escucha? Okay. Let's see. Some people are saying yes. Now you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Now, okay. Okay, so I'll rewind. How many people here knows what rewinding means? Okay, so welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to the call to talk about, I'll talk about Ho'oponopono, you'll listen about Ho'oponopono. I know we have a lot of people. I was thanking people from India. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And thank you so much. Okay, so Roxana is saying, well, if you cannot listen, maybe, okay, anyway, I'm gonna leave the chat. Thank you, until move to YouTube. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys. I'm very happy that you are here. I have a big announcement because I have a new book. 100 questions about Ho'oponopono. And what I was telling you that you couldn't hear me is that I do not have the English version with me, but I have the Croatian version. And the Croatian version is called 100 Pitania o Ho'oponopono. Okay, but it's the same. The English version looks exactly the same, and you will notice this is a very different book, because it has a lot of nice pictures. We even have a place where you can write. Let me find it. You have a lot of different phrases. Thank you, Rajat. So here, you can write in the book. So I'm sure you will like it if you are interested. This is a book for everybody. If you know Ho'oponopono a lot, if you are just starting with Ho'oponopono, if you are curious about Ho'oponopono. But anyway, for those of you that don't know me and you are here by mistake, my name is Mabel Katz, and I've been practicing Ho'oponopono from July 1997. That was my first Ho'oponopono training in Omaha, Nebraska, with Dr. Ihaliakalahulen, and that it ended up being my teacher for 10 years. I was with him over 10 years. I was with him till 2009. And I started organizing, promoting him, because at that time, whatever helped me, I would share with people. Somebody asked me one day what my passion was, and I said sharing with others what had helped me. So I always do that in my seminars, in my monthly classes with the members, in any interview. I love questions. I love questions because that gives me the opportunity to come more from inspiration and to share with you again, with what worked for me. And this book, The 100 Questions about Ho'oponopono, is about all the experiences that I had as an accountant, because yes, I was an accountant, I was a tax specialist, I had two university degrees. I was one of those people that thinks they know, that they are perfect, and that I know better than anybody else, and I know what is right. So this was a big change in my life, when I found spirituality. And the way I found it is only because I made a decision. I realized I was looking for happiness in the wrong places, and I said, Mabel, you have to do something. And then the universe took care of that. I only had to make that decision. So I think with everything that we are going through right now in the world, knowing that we are in the tunnel, and the light is there, but we still have some work to do, to get to that light at the end of the tunnel. So for me, 2024 means strength, it means courage, it means faith. I think faith is very, very important right now. And all we have to do is look inside, yes, because knowing that, we are not alone and that we all the answers, to our questions or the solutions to our problems are inside of ourselves. So again, what brought me to Ho'oponopono was my discontent, my insatisfaction, because I had everything and I was not happy. Now, I was never looking to change careers because I am originally from Argentina and I was very successful as an accountant in Argentina and in US where I live for the last 40 years. So I wasn't really looking to change careers. It never passed my mind to teach anything. I was always behind a desk with a big computer preparing taxes. So, but I didn't know that I was a creative accountant. Yes, I found out later that I was a creative accountant, and a creative Argentinian accountant, that I brought that to the US. So, anyway, I was looking for peace and happiness in my personal life. I wasn't looking for that in my professional life because that worked. I made money. I was kind of successful. Yes, I had a very good position. But even because of that, I used to work for CPA offices, and because of Ho'oponopono, I became independent, because I started practicing letting go and trusting, and allowing the universe to guide me, to take me, to open doors. And definitely, it opened a lot of doors for me. So, one of the things that I'm here to tell you is that Ho'oponopono helped me to stop worrying so much, to living so much in the future, to let go of the past that already passed. Actually, if you think about it, the past is it's only in our minds. That's it. So, and that takes us, always from being in the present. That is the only thing we have, just this moment. So I think that realizing that is very, very important. And um, and there were a lot of things that I started realizing that really helped me. Like with Ho'oponopono, I learned to put myself first, to do what worked for me, and I realized that if I was okay, everybody was okay. Because sometimes we put other people first, or we please other people. Because we are looking for that appreciation or acceptance outside of ourselves, and that really makes us very unhappy. Yeah, because even when we get the acceptance, if we don't accept, if we don't love ourselves, uh, it won't work. So, I learned that. I learned, to forgive, because otherwise I was hurting myself, not the person that didn't um, deserve my forgiveness. Stop listening to what other people thought, about me, or what I should be doing, or what was right. So I made a lot of illogical decisions because of Ho'oponopono, because I decided to let go and trust. And the first thing I had to do was trust in myself. Because, yeah, I had low self-esteem. I was looking for approval outside of myself. And I really depending on that to be happy. So no wonder I wasn't. Yeah. So my mother used to come from Argentina to visit me in Los Angeles, and she used to show me everything that I had. The house, the big house, and the cars, and a husband that loved me very much, and two boys that were healthy and beautiful. And she would ask me, "What's wrong? What's wrong with you?" And I knew that there was something wrong with me, really. But I couldn't help it. I couldn't help to be a very unhappy person. So many of you know my story of the waking up process was my oldest son talked to me the way I used to talk to him, and he woke me up. I realized, that he actually was my mirror at that precise moment. And when I saw myself, I said, Mabel, you have to do something. But again, I'm telling you, there is a universe, call it how you want it, a God, a universe, a more intelligent mind than yours, an invisible, powerful force. Yeah, but there is something. There is something, and I found it inside when I started believing in myself, when I started letting go and trusting and allowing, for this help to come into my life. So I am going, as I'm going to present my book to you, my new book, 100 Questions About Ho'oponopono. First, I'm going to drink some water. And as I'm gonna read to you some parts of the books, I will be explaining. And then at the end, if you have questions, I will be happy to answer any questions. It's a deal? Okay. I heard, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, let's see. So the book I show you the Croatian version, but the English looks the same. And this was my message, in the book. And it says, I hope you are ready to transform your life and take the next step into your dream life. Everything you need is within you. You don't depend on anything or anyone outside of you. And in this book, I remind you of that. Trust your internal GPS, dare to fly blindfolded. Don't be afraid of fear or uncertainty. You are not alone. The process can be fascinating. A lot of people tell me that I changed their lives, and hopefully you choose to be next. Let me accompany you in this process. Let go and trust. So, if you allow me, I'm going to accompany you in the process just by reading some parts of the books and sharing with you. But really, life could be really fascinating if we let go and trust, if we don't worry so much. Yes, if we don't take things so seriously, if we follow our hearts, yeah, our inspiration, if we trust ourselves. Okay, so I have an introduction that also I'm going to read to you. Um, that says, when I get there. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So the introduction says, at these important times of great paradigm shift, it is key to create a community and cooperate and support each other. Now more than ever, you must let go and trust and learn to see your challenges differently, knowing that there are always opportunities to grow, learn, and be better. You must change your perception to see, speak, and act more from inspiration. This is the easiest path to peace, happiness, and abundance. I know that we are living through difficult times. People write to me from all over the world with fears, worries, and problems, with that feeling that it seems as if it's the end of the world is approaching. The news sells us situations of fear that makes us live very uneasily, and we no longer know who to believe or who to trust, or who is speaking to us with the truth. You have to realize that we are in a different era. You cannot keep buying or getting hooked on certain things. I understand that sometimes it's hard not to, but if you really want to change your life and contribute to creating a better world for yourself and the next generations, you cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. You can no longer afford to keep buying fear. because if you do, you will miss the boat. It's time to trust and accept that everything that happens is right and perfect. I understand that it's impossible to understand it intellectually, but you can take it further. For that, you have to realize that God, the universe, is indeed with us, that there is a divine order, and that things don't happen by chance. There is no such thing as good or bad luck. It all depends on your decisions, and it happens because it is right for your evolution and spiritual growth. I would like to clarify that when I mention God here, I do not do it from a religious point of view. I speak of that part that is within us, that created us, that knows us better than anyone, and has all the answers and solutions to our problems. We can define it as a mind more intelligent than ours, which uh, thought ab- which thought about the human body, the mountains, and the oceans. Let me tell you that I found God within me when I began to trust myself. I do not doubt that we all have Him inside, and He is closer than our own breath. He's just waiting for us to give Him permission to act, to protect us, and to guide us in the best possible direction. Be aware that there is a divine rhythm. You may notice this in nature, animals, birds. You must recover your rhythm. You are out of tune. If you can understand a little more, you will possibly be able to accept and perceive what is happening differently. Sorry. Beyond the cosmos, time, space, and everything that moves and changes, this is the substantial reality, the fundamental truth. This is the real being. Nothing remains, everything changes and evolves. Therefore, it is time to remember and connect with the power that we all have. That is the reason why you have to let go and trust. Know that you are not alone, and that if you ask for help, the perfect help will always come. In the following pages of this book, I answer many of the recurring questions I receive. And I'm sure that by reading them, you will connect with your own inspiration and receive the answers and messages you are looking for. It is time to let go of fears and remind you it's time to let go of fear and remind you of the power that you have in you. Time to wake up and to be able to contribute to this important moment of ascension with your talents and natural gifts. Time to be aware that you are an embodied, very powerful soul who chose to come to earth for a purpose and that you have something important to contribute. Yes, you can make a difference in the world. So never, never doubt. Okay? And then I invite you to remember what innate talents you have, your purpose, what you do, to change the world, etc. But as we continue with the book, you will see that we touch on those themes too. I want to mention comment on a couple of things, yes? Um, there were some things that I had already mentioned in the beginning, yes, when as I was sharing with you before reading the book. But different things. We are in a completely new world, so one of the things that we need to stop doing is waiting for the normal. Yes, um, I think all these years since 2020, we realize things are not going to go back, to what we call normal. The thing is, they weren't normal anyway. But we are towards a completely new world. But you understand that that means freedom. That means means inspiration in the air, love in the air, and many things. And right now, it's very important that we are in community because of all the things we need to face, and we will have to maybe face, yes, or maybe we will avoid them because we are supporting each other and we are in community and things like that. So one of the things that I did was creating this membership where I call it the Hooponopono family. Yes, because we support each other. We have a forum chat where we can post our cleaning requests. Yeah, that gives us the opportunity to clean because, as you know, nothing is an accident. Yeah, who is here? Who comes and tells you a problem? Yes, the problem is in you, and I'll touch on that later in the book. But taking responsibility, that is not guilt. Yeah, so what is it in me? But that sets me free, and freedom is what we are really looking for. We don't know it. Yeah, but right now that's kind of what's coming for us to decide if we want to stay slaves or set ourselves free. And definitely Ho'oponopono, I'm not telling you this is the only thing, but I call it the easiest way, and I don't have a doubt that this is the easiest way to work on your subconscious mind where all your problems are, because your problems are just memories playing in your subconscious mind. Yeah, so you will listen to scientists, not accountants. Yes, where they will tell you the problem is in our subconscious mind, and the only one that can work in the subconscious mind is God. And Ho'oponopono is about letting go, allowing God, yeah, to transmute, to erase. And as God creates that empty space, it can come inspiration, the right decisions, the right movements, the right actions, the right talking, so that the other person really can listen, or knowing, things that you don't know how you know. Yeah, doors opening, it means a lot of things. But when community is very important, eh, coming back to your rhythm, doing what you love is very important. The things that you left because somebody maybe told you and you believe it. No, you have to put a roof on your head, and you need food on the table. So go to work. Yeah, be a slave. Okay, so let's go. Let's continue. Um, so we are looking, everything is in rhythm. If you see the flowers, like Deepak Chopra says, fish doesn't try to swim, they swim. Flowers don't try to flourish, they flourish. We are out of rhythm only because we think, yeah, only because we worry, only because we pay attention, what other people think that we should be doing, or what is right or what is wrong. Yeah, so it's time to go back to ourselves. For example, the tour of the seminars and the spiritual journeys and retreats in 2024, I decided to call them I am, because that's where our power is. Yes, and so important to be conscious of what you put behind, the I am. Oh, I'm depressed. Forget it. No, you're not your depression. You understand? Oh, I'm a very anxious person. No, the anxiety is not you. So why do we identify with so many things? One day I heard something I was really incredible. But every opinion that people put, every title that you have, or any thought or something, is like the post-it, the stickers. And we are full of stickers because somebody told us one day, because we told ourselves, because we believe something, and we accumulate all these post-it, with all these titles or ideas or adjectives, or or titles, and hey, just shake it off. You're not that. Okay, so talking about that, chapter 1 is called Let Go and Trust. And I want you to know that Ho'oponopono, our part is only letting go. It's only allowing for that part of us that knows, because it gives us free choice. So it cannot intervene, it cannot help you unless you allow it. Yeah. So all the tools that we use in Ho'oponopono is about letting go. Like Ihaliakala said one day, because I said, why not just thank you and I love you? And he said, different taste. We have for all taste. He says, and you change your taste. Sometimes you wear black, sometimes you wear blue, sometimes you wear black, white. Yeah. So you even change. And he told me, he said, we have for all taste. So this is about letting go, different ways of letting go and allowing, giving permission. Yeah. But the trusting part is important, because you say, yeah, I let go, Mabel, I let go. Yes. No, you're not letting go. Okay, you're still holding it. Okay, so it says to attract more miracles to your life, you must free yourself from limiting thoughts, and those are playing in your subconscious mind. Some you are aware, and I know you are. Yes, you know the way you think. But can you imagine? They said we have 16 bits of information that we are aware of, while 11 million are running in our subconscious mind. So give me a break. Yeah, we thinking positive. Yeah, because yeah, what do I do with all the things that I don't know that they are running behind? Like, for example, I have my laptop here that I'm using to communicate with you. And how many programs are running behind that I don't have a clue for this communication happening right now? I don't know. So there are a lot of things that are happening that we don't know. Let go, flow, trust, and be grateful for what you have instead of focusing on what you think you lack. That will definitely bring you a lot of abundance in all areas of your life. Because one of the things is, and we are going to see it later, if the worry stops everything, the thinking, all the things, that we think we lack, because we don't lack, but it's that insatisfaction. I was there, looking, thought the material things would give me, that happiness that I was looking for, the peace, or, the freedom, but it was not there. So together, let's discover the answers to your questions. I wanted to tell you that all the questions that I answer in this book are questions that come every month from my members. Well, sometimes social media, sometimes seminars, but mostly these questions came through the monthly calls, because the monthly calls are questions and answers, and I answer all the questions. You can even talk to me directly, live in the Zoom, and um, so anyway, so mostly we chose those kind of questions that I get monthly, in my Q&As. So, for example, how do I let go of the past? How do I change the things that I don't like? How do I delete memories or the recollections that hurt me? So it says at some point we all wonder about these things. And the answer is simple and very important. Decide to change now. Again, is really a decision. And then the trusting, let go and trust, because you will be guided, you will be protected. Do not wait for the new year or next week to do so. There is always an opportunity to transform ourselves. The time is now. Every breath is a new opportunity. Every morning is a new beginning. You don't have to think that the past is something that is going to repeat itself as an endless cycle. It all depends on the choices and decisions you make at any given time. Do you know that God can erase the memories that are stored in your subconscious mind only if you let go and give permission? So the thing is, as soon as you make the choice to let go, as soon as you make the choice that to not impose your point of view or have the last word, or things like that, immediately you will feel at peace. You will be happier. Yeah, a lot of the things that we do I would say habitually, that we don't realize because it's a repetition. The They are affecting, again, we keep doing the same thing expecting different results. Einstein called it insanity. So, but it says here, I wanted to mention something important that I'm sure I mentioned it some in some part of the book. But even when you think you are um, you are not choosing, because let's say that something happens that you don't like, yes, and you say, Mabel, give me a break. How could I be choosing this? Yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah, you don't do it consciously. Yeah, but it is running in your subconscious mind. The other thing you have to know, if you are choosing all the time, if you don't do it consciously, there is a part of you that is going to keep replaying and repeating. So y- you have to be more aware, you have to be more conscious to be able to stop that. Because otherwise, again, you will keep doing the same thing. Okay, so I just highlighted some of the parts of the book. I would like to clarify some terms here. For example, forgiving is not forgetting. Taking responsibility is not a synonym for guilt. Letting go doesn't mean resignation. And God is not being outside of us. So I thought I wanted to clear that. And then I also discovered that through the practice and help of Ho'oponopono, I didn't have to worry about all the things that concerned me before. So, um, my son Jonathan, the one that woke me up one day, again, he was an adolescent, and he told me, Mom, what your problem is? You worry too much. Yeah, I was a person that worry about everything. Yes, so I understand. That is what brought me to here right now. And by the way, in the beginning, when I said people says you changed my life, I have to tell you that that's what keeps me going, because sometimes I feel this doesn't make any sense what I do. And like my son's mother-in-law one day asked me, Mabel, you never think about coming back, preparing taxes, staying home more again? And I said, sometimes I think about it. And my son, his son-in-law, her son-in-law, that is the one that woke me up. He said, Mom, what are you saying? You cannot leave this. And I said, no, 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 I know. I'm just saying that sometimes I think about it. To what it would be to have a normal life, and to sleep always in my bed with my pillow and things like that. Anyway, and not being so much on airplanes and airports. Anyway, I'm grateful. I found my passion. I'm totally grateful. But to be honest with you, when you guys tell me you changed my life, that's what the fuel, that I need to keep going. So anyway, I didn't have to worry about all the things that concerned me before. Wow, can you imagine? From then on, my only concern became asking myself, am I letting go? Am I permitting God to help me? I share this with you because it works. And because if you practice it, you can also, like me, find that peace and happiness you are looking for. It really works. So I'm jumping, yes, I'm giving you an idea of what the book is all about. Okay, more questions. How do I know when to take action and when not to? How to let go and trust but not fall into passivity? And this is what I put in the well, I'm going to read what it says and then I'll comment. Many times, there are those people who get confused and then they ask me, well, Mabel, so what do I do? Or how do I make decisions? Sometimes it may be that inspiration itself makes us stay at home because if we went out, we could have an accident or we could avoid an encounter with someone who would cause us a problem. Nothing is a coincidence or an accident. You can choose to start trusting your own inspiration and make decisions by paying more attention to how you feel and not what you think is right. Okay, so again, what I'm gonna tell you for sure is in the book, but let me make something clear. So a lot of people, first of all, a lot of people think that if we are in the spiritual, we are. Uh, I used to think that when I was not spiritual and people used to talk about weird things. I had a sister that used to that was spiritual, and I thought there was something wrong with her. Yeah. So I have to tell you, spirituality is work. The only thing is I found the easiest way to do it, but it's looking at yourself, stop blaming and complaining, taking responsibility, a lot of stuff. But it's inner work, and not everybody wants to do it. Okay, so from outside, it could feel like we are doing nothing, but 100% responsibility. You to take 100% responsibility, you have to have some. Okay, anyway, the no matter, I don't know what you understand by that, but anyway, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Um, the other thing is people say, "Oh, so I say thank you all day and I do nothing." No, 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 no. The idea is you say thank you, so you're gonna move and take action or no action from inspiration. You don't want to keep replaying. You don't want to listen to the radio. Okay? You want to come from inspiration. You want to discover what is here for you that is immense. You want to have all the tools and the resources that you need to do what you came to do because you volunteered to come at this time. And now you see, poor thing, victim, how am I going to do it? Why me? No, we chose to come because we could contribute, we could make a difference. We wanted to live this adrenaline, okay, of going to the new world and everything that we had to go through to go to this new world, okay? So please do not confuse. I think, okay, another question here. What is preventing me from letting go and trusting? We are all stuck, sometimes more than others. It happens to all of us, and perhaps what we need is a reminder to become aware that we need to start by letting go of expectation. I want to mention something. Letting go of expectation is crucial for you to see the miracles. Because if you are stuck with the way this has to work, okay, I'm gonna do Ho'oponopono, so I get this. No, you're gonna do Ho'oponopono so that you can be at peace, be happy, be in your own rhythm that connects with the whole universe, and receive what is right and perfect for you, and you don't know what that is. Okay, so when you let go of expectation, so let me clarify, okay, because I'm not going to read you the whole book, but I'm sure it's in the book. Okay, so that doesn't mean I don't have expectations anymore, but I'm aware that are my expectations talking, and I also say thank you, but I'm busy to those expectations. Okay, I don't engage; they take me off present. What we expect is what that part of us that doesn't know anything tell us what we need or what we are missing to be happy. Okay. Well, here and then I put, when you realize that you simply have to let go and not engage with that part. Okay, you can say thank you, but I don't have time for this. I have important things to do. Okay, I'm gonna share a story that I hope it gives you an idea about this expectation. It says a man came to see God one day. Dear God, may I ask you a question? Of course, my son. Why did you let so many things happen to me today? What do you mean? Well, first I woke up late and I had to hurry to get to work. Then my car took a long time to start. Well, God said calmly. At lunch, they wrongly made the sandwiches I ordered, and I had to wait a long time. On the way home, my phone turned off just as I was getting a call. Okay, God said and smiled. And on top of all of that, when I got home, I just wanted to soak my feet in my new foot massager and relax. But didn't work. Nothing went right today. Why did you do that? God waited until the man finished speaking and then with a smile said, let me see. The angel of death was in your bed this morning, and I had to send one of my angels to fight him for your life. I let you sleep while this was happening. I didn't let your car start because there was a drunk driver on your route. It would have crashed into you if you had been on the road. The first person who made your sandwich today was sick. I didn't want you to catch what he had. I knew you couldn't miss your job. Your phone went out because the caller was going to bear false witness to what you were going to say in that call. I didn't even let you talk to her so you would be covered. And that foot massager had a short circuit that was going to cut off all the lights in your house that night. I thought you wouldn't want to be in the dark. Forgive me, God, said the man as tears began to fall on his cheeks. Don't apologize, my son. Learn to trust me in all things, in the good and in the bad. And do not doubt that my plan for your day is always better than yours. Okay? So please trust that God's plan for you is better and allow it. Give permission. Don't worry. Stay present. Okay, so chapter 2, in search of our natural gifts and encounter of our spiritual mission and journey. You will never find happiness outside of yourself. When you do what you love, you're happy and everything else will be added. And here says, how do I discover my passion, mission, and spiritual path? In response to these questions, I always respond with what has been a magical question for me. What would you do even if you didn't get paid? And to answer it, you should never think about the response or worry about it. Just respond with the first thing that comes to your mind, even if it sounds ridiculous at the moment. Well, and I give you a lot of ideas and sharings because I share a lot of my own experience or other people's experience too. Yeah, students around the world, Ihaliakalas experiences and things like that to show you that this really works for anybody. The thing is, you have to. Actually, I told you I was not looking to teach anything. I was not looking to change careers. But the thing about letting go and trusting, letting go of expectations, accepting, and all the stuff will really bring it to you. But I don't know how many uh, pages this has. This chapter. Okay, how do I activate the power of attraction? What you think you attract. And once you are aware of the power of your thoughts, you realize the importance of paying attention and working with them, especially those that may be on a subconscious level, that you don't know how they may be playing against what you want to attract. So again, many people ask me, Ho'oponopono, law of attraction. Yes, there is a law of attraction, but also there is a law of expansion. Yeah, you have to make room, yeah, for more money or for more love or whatever you want to attract. So that is working on yourself first. Yeah, that inner work that I spoke to before. So, but also, yes, there is a law of attraction, but who is the manifestor? Yes, you can manipulate your thoughts, your 16 bits of information. Yes, you can manipulate it. But you really want to attract what is right and perfect for you? So allow God to transmute, give permission, and you will not believe your life, because that's kind of what happened to me. Uh, First of all, I stumble, with my passion and what I would do even if I don't get paid. Because when I answered that question, I was a tax accountant in US, and I actually responded something very ridiculous. That's why I mentioned if it's ridiculous, that's it. So my ridiculous answer was traveling the world, sharing with others what had helped me. Very ridiculous. Okay, so you get it? Chapter 3, regaining control and power over our life. You will be a victim for the rest of your life if you keep acting as such and not realize that you have inside of you everything you need to change your life. So I would like to make clear there are no victims, because this is an amazing program that is running, and everybody's kind of in the roles, and everybody is playing the roles that we ask them, and we are playing the roles that they ask from us. So everything is always perfect. Yeah. So accepting, trying to observe, put some distance again, shaking off all the post-it, things, titles and beliefs and opinions. Yeah. So, how do I adapt to change and stay on track? God always gives you great opportunities. The issue is whether you are going to react, whether you are going to try to understand it, whether you are going to ask questions that have no answers, or instead just let go and allow yourself to be guided. Ho'oponopono is, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that is attracting this. I know you guys know Ho'oponopono, or maybe many of you are here. Oh, Ho'oponopono, 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Well, let me tell you, Ho'oponopono is, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that created this. Like a little child, that I come to God or whoever, inner work has nothing to do with anybody outside of you, because anybody outside of you is your thought of those outside of you. Okay? Memory replaying from other lifetimes. So everything is always, an opportunity. Um, Hold on. God always gives you opportunities. Okay. I was telling you what Ho'oponopono is. So that, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that is attracting this, was replaced by thank you, or I love you, or any combination. Okay. So basically, Haliakala came back one day from a walk and told me, you know what I heard? Divinity told me, just tell them to say thank you. I know what they mean. So our part could be as easy as saying thank you. And I'm not saying ni thank you, ni I love you, ni nothing to anybody outside of yourself. The other thing is when people ask me, do I think of the person or the problem, and I talk to it and I say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. No, you don't want to think. So when that person comes into your mind, yeah, or in your presence, or whatever is the circumstances, the challenges, whatever, thank you, thank you, thank you, mentally, or I love you, I love you, I love you, even if you don't feel it, you don't have to, because what you are doing is you are pressing the delete key instead of talking to the monitor. Okay. So that doesn't mean you are guilty, and it doesn't make you are a bad person or a sinner. But it's only when you take responsibility for everything you do that you can truly make a difference in your life and others. It's what you do, what you attract, yes, and everything. You need to observe as if you are watching a movie. Remember that the movie is never on the screen, but on the projector. Life is the screen where the memories which are playing in our subconscious are projected. Okay, so again, that's where the 100% responsibility comes. Yes, and that will set you free. Now you don't depend on others. If you're depending on other people or circumstances or what situations so that you'll be happy, it's not going to work. You can set yourself free. You don't depend on anybody or anything outside of yourself. Okay. Um, okay. Here in the book, I invite you to watch the free basic Ho'oponopono course that I have. My people are here. If you want more information, you can. Well, you're gonna buy the book right now, yes. So you're gonna have it. Okay. So to the free basic Ho'oponopono course, I give you some tools. I explain that more too, where you can also learn about the glass of water tool we use to let go and be at peace. Also, some people have reported that it helps them a lot to write and let go the problem in my Ho'oponopono phone application. I don't know how many of you, but it's a lot of fun. Actually, I have two. One is the letting go, and you can flush your problem down the toilet. You can send it with the balloon. You can erase it with the ocean waves. Yeah, we have the fleur de lis and things like that. Okay, how do I take 100% responsibility? I know it can be hard to accept that you are 100% responsible for what you attract in your life. Not only is this true, but it's also very good news. Do you know why? It gives you back your power. It liberates you and makes you independent. Please note that when someone tells us the problem is ours. Very important. Again, the screen. When a patient tells his pain to the doctor, the problem is in the doctor. The problem is with the teacher, not the student, and so on. Okay? So we are the ones that needs to turn on the light. I know this is a difficult concept for an intellectual to understand, but they don't come to you or appear in your life because you are guilty. They really come to give you another chance, the chance to erase. Okay, let's see what comes next. How does the ego affect our energy, and how can we free ourselves from it? So I'm reading you just little pieces. Yes, actually the book, okay, in Croatian has 140 pages. It's not a big book. Very easy, as you can see, it's very easy. All my books are easy to read. You know why? Because I write from my heart. I'm not a writer. So as you can see, very easy to read. How does the ego affect our energy and how we can free ourselves? What does the ego want? The ego wants to be right and have the last word. The other day, the monthly class was about letting go the fear of death. And one of the things that I was sharing is that actually, who is afraid of death? Because doesn't know. First of all, because doesn't know what that means, going back home to a better place. Nobody wants to return, when they go and come back, they always say the worst part was to come back here. But here we are attached, we don't want to go. Yeah. So, but because what is the part of us that dies? Sure, the body, what we are not, yeah, but the ego, it is the end of the ego. Yeah. So it's the ego that is always, afraid. So the ego wants to be right and have the last word. It thinks that it knows what is right and perfect, that it knows good and bad, but actually it doesn't know. It doesn't have the entire information. On the other hand, it's very important part of us because it is the part that has the power to choose freely. Therefore, it is responsible for initiating the Ho'oponopono clinic process. So it is our intellect, the conscious mind that has the free choice. So it has to choose to let go. Okay? That's where the cleaning starts. And then makes the connection with the subconscious mind, the inner child, and the inner child is the one that makes the connection with our perfect part, our superconscious um, eh, part of us that it's always connected to source, to universe, to God, to divinity, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Then I have chapters 4, Ho'oponopono and relationships. Oh, this one is a big one. You don't forgive, you are still. Oh no, I think I missed one that says, oh no, yeah. It says, you don't, if you don't forgive, you are still living in the past. And again, things are not going to change for you. Yeah. It says, if you keep living in the past, you will keep replaying it and you will not be able to change your future. So letting go of the past, shaking it off. So how can I improve personal relationships? I talk about here in this chapter about all kind of relationships. You have to remember that absolutely all the people who appear in your life do so to allow you to make amends. Amends for what? Memory errors from other lifetimes. Sometimes it could even be ancestors. How can I improve relationship with my children? The first thing you should know is that if you are well, your children will be well. Again, not putting children first. Children might not see themselves as victims because they are not. Sometimes we carry those crutches with us, which repeat because my parents, because I come from a dysfunctional family, because of this or that, because I was abused, whatever it is. So all opportunities to grow, to be better, to be able to help others. Um, you have to try to keep your mind occupied, let go of thoughts, not buy own stories or get hooked on melodrama. You should say thank you, but I'm busy, just to be happy. Actually, your children, that's all they need. Detachment produces great inner peace for us. When you don't need certain people, you're not attached, you're not dependent. How can I improve my relationship with my partner? I also talk about professional relationship and everything. I give you examples, stories, anecdotes, experiences. Of course, much of what I already shared about personal and professional and parent-child relationship applies here as well. So as I've already said, it's key to focus on being able to really take responsibility and let go of wanting to be right, no matter what kind of relationship we are talking about. Where should we start to improve relationship with our partners? Let's start by accepting and respecting ourselves because they say that others treat us the way we treat ourselves. Okay. Next chapter. Here says how can I avoid what's toxic in my life and not let myself be defeated by what will others say. Listening to the heart reminds you that you are not alone. It's as if God speaks to you. That's where inspiration comes to you from. You feel light, powerful, and strong. You realize that anything is possible. It is as if at that moment those toxic and dense memories are melted. Um, so again, knowing who you are. What more questions? What is the importance of the inner child and how do I ask this part of myself to help? The inner child is our subconscious mind. It is the one that manages all the functions of our bodies. Imagine everything that happens in it, moment by moment, even right now. And we don't have to be conscious. Yeah, while we are not conscious, when we do not have to even think about breathing or how to make our heart beat. And I explain all this because then I go to explain to you the subconscious mind is our inner child, is the one also is that can do the cleaning in automatic, like it does the breathing or all the bodily functions, body functions. And then um, eh, manage all the physical, the emotional part of us, But it's also our computer bank where all the memories are stored. Yeah, our subconscious mind. Does the inner child look like me when I was young? Because many people think that we are working with that part of us. The child that we were in this lifetime. The subconscious mind is been with us in many lifetimes. It can show up. You know, you can actually might see your inner child, as you when you were a little child, but it could be a flower, it could be a little animal. It will present to you the way you can accept it at this moment, and then it could change, and it could show up as you as when you were little in this lifetime too. But I just want you to be aware of what part are we working with. That's my inner child. Okay, the inner child or subconscious mind, which we refer to here in Ho'oponopono, does not necessarily resemble us. If you can see it, it can appear as yourself as a child, but it can also appear in different shapes or forms, including a flower or an animal. Remember that it is a subconscious mind, a part that was with you in past lives. It is not in on this plane, but it does identify with it because, as I said before, it manages our body and our emotional part. Okay. Um, Chapter 5, Ho'oponopono and Health. Wow. Illness are also memories playing in our subconscious mind. You may choose to be at peace even if you are sick. There is always a blessing behind every challenge. So it says, how could Ho'oponopono help us with illnesses? What are you focusing on? Are you sure you want to heal? When you notice you start worrying, you have to do your best to let go. What we resist persists. You always have to turn the other cheek, the cheek of love, and know that God is the only one who can heal. This means that God could inspire you to go to the right doctor, to get the right treatment, and God could even help you to make it disappear. Depends on your faith. You can always choose to be at peace even if you have pain or you are sick. This way, you are allowing God to act. Uh, do we choose the illness or circumstances of our lives? If you read the book of The Journey of the Souls, Life Between Lives by Dr. Michael Newton, you will realize that we, in addition to choosing our parents, also choose many of the circumstances in our life before coming. This is according to the corrections and amends we want to make from mistakes incurred in other past lives. Um, I'm conscious of time. Can Ho'oponopono help me with help me lose weight? A big one, huh? There are some very good anecdotes of mine with French fries, with vanilla ice cream. I want to ask you not to become obsessed with losing weight and looking thin in order to feel good and be happy. Many times it happens to us that we get what we want, including losing weight, and then we realize we are not happy anyway. So sometimes the weight is also, besides talking to us and whatever, and defense mechanism or whatever you want to, the idea is that could be another way of putting it outside, even though the weight is here, but I'm waiting for something to happen, yeah, and then I'll be happy. So when you are happy, when you are at peace, you will be able to lose the weight easier. You will be able to attract what is right and perfect for you effortlessly. How does Ho'oponopono work in the case of addictions to drugs and alcohol? The first thing I would like you to be aware of is that thinking is an addiction too, one well accepted by everyone. So we all have addiction. Maybe you think, oh, that part is not for me. Addictions must be told, I love you, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for everything you taught me, but it's time to part. You can leave me now. You can leave now. I don't need you anymore. As soon as we label something as bad, we are engaging with means resisting it, and I don't need to tell you what happens when you resist, right? When you resist, persist. Chapter 6, prosperity and money. Oh, okay. I talk about that too. If instead of complaining and concentrating on what we think we lack, we thank the universe for what we have, we will always have what we need when we need it. The worst thing you can do with money is worry or think about it. When you just let go, and says, God already knows all my responsibilities, everything that I have to pay, all my obligations. I let go because I don't know how I'm going to do it. But again, letting go or letting go or trusting. How do I let go so that money and abundance flows into my life? Money is one of the biggest excuses people use for not moving forward in their life, and one of the things that are most afraid of. In my own experience, I have learned that the worst thing we can do is think or worry about it. Not engaging with your limiting thoughts and emotion is the best way to get a good job, attract what you need when you need it, and allow all kinds of abundance into your life. Really, it is about knowing that you will have what you need when you need it, and not thinking ahead. Okay. You need to trust God already knows all your needs. It's also important to be grateful for what you have. Say to God, God, I will do my part. I let go. So you can do yours. You know which of my clients, patients, students are right, and you allow God to do it. What happens when we get robbed? What about that? I talk about that because Ihaliakala always said, if somebody rob you, or he, I talk about that, and I talk about, I told you about some experiences of people that were robbed and they became friends with the robber. But for example, Ihaliakala regarding money always said, if you lend money, you don't expect it back. You just give it. If it comes back, great. But if not, means you paid a debt that you have from another lifetime. Now you are free. Yeah. How do I get to the road of abundance and stay there? I answer questions. How do I practice detachment from material things? What else? And then I have tools to practice Ho'oponopono. There is a chapter about tools where I mention different ways and how to use them. I even, mention also our, the 24/7 tools that help us, like the bracelets, the stickers, the pins. But I mentioned tools that Ihaliakala had given me for my own students in my trainings. I mentioned the ones that and many more. Okay. Some for protection. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, then I have a glossary because there are so many things that I just mentioned that many of you maybe says, what does it mean buying? Codependency, detachment, dreams, ego, forgiveness, God, inner child, inspiration, intuition, letting go, memories of other lifetimes, programs. Yeah, so sometimes I just assume, yeah, superconscious, surrender, thoughts. So because, some of you might say, I don't understand what she's saying. So talking about that, how are you guys doing? Are you still here? Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna tell you, I actually I'm gonna announce and I'm gonna ask, and I also have a gift if you help me. Yes. So I'm gonna put it here. First of all, right now I'm offering only the book through Amazon. Yeah. So, but if you go to mabelkatz.com/100 questions, we put different links because maybe not all of you is Amazon.com in US. Yes. So we put different ones. Today, The Kindle, the ebook version, is only 99 cents. Okay. And if you actually buy it within these 24 hours, I'm going to give you a gift that is, the value is $67. That is 3 classes that I gave with Dr. Ihalyakala Hewlett. In that moment, we call them teleclasses, and we call this package of the 3 classes the magic. So again, I'm actually asking you for your help, because it would be very helpful to get to Amazon bestseller, in order to get to more people with this. As you know, I'm always looking to wake up more people, to get more people with this message, to help. And this is such an important time that we are living. Yes, that and we all can contribute. So I hope you can help me. I hope you are interested with everything that I share with you. I just share little pieces. The book is 140 something pages. The Kindle version is only 99 cents for 24 hours only. And you get, if you buy it within the 24 hours, you get the $67 bonus. My question is, Gabriela, dislocated hip can be better or good by Ho'oponopono. Well, the thing is, if you're gonna do it with expectations or not. Mm, Remember, I read something in the book, yes? So illness is an opportunity, it's a teacher somehow, yes? So the idea is, if I don't resist it, because this is what happened, if I talk about it, if I see myself as a victim, if I'm always focusing on that, I'm resisting. And what you resist perceives. But if you let go, if you show the other cheek to the hip, to that problem. So the idea is the hip cannot do anything. So the hip needs you to bother you, and to be a problem. All problems are, and circumstances and challenges are always neutral. It's our reaction to the problem. So Ho'oponopono is about working on our reaction to the problem. That could be illness, that could be lack of money or job or relationship problems or whatever. Yes. But the thing is, we have two choices. Do I resist or I let go? And when I let go and I do my part, that is letting go, now God can help me. And sometimes, the hip could have still, some problem, but it's not affecting me. I could live a normal life. It doesn't bother me as it should. Things happen. Yeah. Suddenly, you get inspired. Somebody calls you and tells you, recommends a treatment or a special doctor or something like that. It could come from different places. But you have to do it without expectation, because if you do, okay, I'll do Ho'oponopono because somebody told me, this problem will disappear or will get better or whatever. We don't know what is right. But what we know is you don't have to suffer. Yeah. So pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Do I have any more questions here? I love the app, says Mylen. Thank you, Mylen. It's fun. It's fun to let go with the Ho'oponopono app. I actually did it It came up exactly as I wanted it. To make you laugh when you have a problem. Yeah, and see it going down the toilet. Um, the idea is that put a smile in your face in the middle. Can someone share the link to Mabel's ebook? Oh, not the Amazon book. It's mabelkatz.com / 100 questions. But yeah, Roxana or somebody, if you can put also that link, please. Okay, so Rajat, if you bought already the Kindle version, go to mabelkatz.com / 100 questions, and you have all the steps that you have to follow to get the bonus. If you have any problem, with the bonuses, uh, getting the bonus or whatever, you can always write to us to help@mabelcats.com or support@mabelcats.com. But if you go to mabelcats.com/100 question, you will find all the steps that you need and you will get the bonus. And again, if not, you write to us. Okay? mabelcats.com/100 questions. But to buy the book in Amazon. Okay? And in the basta dice the um okay, Janice, I don't understand exactly what you put, but I'm thinking that you said yeah, that you can say only I love you. Yes, you can say only I love you to the uh, repeating. You don't have to feel it. Yeah, don't go into analyzing who am I saying it to. Do I have to feel it, or what do I do? You can just in the book you will have other tools too. Because some people say I cannot say thank you or I love you if I don't feel it. Well, you don't have to here, but the idea is that all the tools help you to let go, okay, to give permission. But and yes, it could be just enough with that. Um, Here is the link, but I don't see it, Rox. Okay. Oh man, thank you. I love you. You and Ho'oponopono have changed my life. Thank you, Rajat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mylene. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, what other question? Dislocated hip, I answered. So yes, the bonus is 3 classes that I get with Dr. Ihaliakala. They are audio. We used to do teleconferences. There was no Zoom. There was nothing like this at that time. Okay, let's see. Barbara says, Ho'oponopono really works, everyone. Please let go and trust us, Mabel says. Thank you, Barbara. Um, Okay, let's see. Any questions, guys? This is your chance. Actually, well, like I said, I do monthly classes. Usually, it's the last week of every month. You can talk to me directly. You can send your questions in advance. You get the recording, and the membership has not only the monthly class, but like I think I mentioned, we have a forum chat where we put cleaning requests. We all clean. The idea is to feel we are in community, we are supporting each other, with any challenge that we might have. And nothing is by accident. When you clean, again, remember that I mentioned to you, the problem is in us. So if somebody says something, tell us a problem, is actually giving us an opportunity. But I also, you get 2 weekly audios. You get many discounts, but you also get inspirational cards, weekly, daily inspirational cards. The audios are weekly, the inspirational cards are daily. And an exclusive library. I was forgetting about this, our exclusive library. You have, for example, some of you that cannot come to a training, in so we always are sharing every month. We are editing and putting different parts of live seminars, in presence, um, in person, and so you learn different tools and different things. Yes, and you have a lot of things. Slobodan Volinte, I love you. Daniel, can we clean trauma from pets? Definitely, this can work with everything. And Richard, about intuition and inspiration. You go next. Can we clean trauma from pets? I mean, we can clean any trauma. We can clean any drama. We can clean any emotion, because it's always the trauma is something that we create. It's our reaction to the problem. Yes. So, and whatever gets erased from us, it gets erased from everybody. So actually, whatever gets erased from you, it gets erased from your family, relatives, and ancestors. That includes pets too. That are there giving you an opportunity. And maybe that's not your question, but I'm sure I'm answering somebody's question here too. Um, so I think it was Richard that asked. Richard asked, "What is the difference is inspiration and intuition?" So in Ho'oponopono, we said intuition comes from our inner child because intuition, it could be replay memories. Yeah. So the child could tell you something is going to happen because it happened before. Inspiration comes from source and it's new information and it's that new information, right information and things like that. Intuition could be right too in the moment, yes, too. But inspiration is always new information and comes directly from source. Mom, how to clean outside cars, houses, books? I can teach their subconscious mind to Ho'oponopono, but their conscious mind, the house book, exactly. So everything is observing you, Rajat. Believe it or not, one of the things that maybe made me less intellectual, that my ego went down, was actually realizing that I didn't know anything. And the stories, everything that Ihaliakala shared, because he could see and he could hear. So one day I decided, no, because I cannot see or hear doesn't mean that doesn't exist. And and the thing is that one of the things that I learned is that everything is talking to us, but we are too busy, talking to ourselves, and they are observing us. So if your house sees that you are doing Ho'oponopono, it's gonna learn it, or maybe your house already knows. Okay, it's just waiting on you. So as you do it, everything will learn it from you. This is very important if you have children too, because our children observe us. That they don't listen. Yes. So the thing is, the most important is that we are happy, that we are letting go, and then it's like everything starts like flowing with us somehow. Thank you. I already bought your Kindle. Many of you, thank you so much. I go and trust. Patolop 21. How do we know if we really let go? Dummy. How do you realize when you see that person and you don't have any charge? When you think of somebody or something, when you notice that you are not reacting. We do it to be at peace here. We don't do it for things to change. We forgive because we don't want to hurt ourselves. Yes. So the most important thing is, the other day I was listening, I think it was Wayne Dyer that said, if you get bite by a serpent, okay, the bite is nothing. What it really kills you is the venom. Yes. So like I said before, everything is neutral, but it's the venom. Yes, it's our reacting, our suffering, our not accepting things as they are, because we always think that they should be different, or people should be behaving different, or things like that. Yeah. Okay. Did I answer the question? I don't remember the question. How do you remember? How do you know that you let go? When you don't have any charge. And then if not, don't make yourself wrong. You keep letting go. What happened after you purchase on Kindle to access the bonus? mabelcats.com/100 questions. You have all the steps and you will get them. Promise. Okay? And if not, you write to us, help@mabelcats.com or support@mabelcats.com. Oh, thank you, Mylene. I hope Mabel knows the impact she has in our life. Thank you. I love you. Okay, so Rajat, it looks like he's happy with the answer. Let's see. I'm sorry. Okay, so I think I answered all the questions. One more, guys, and we go. Do you organize groups to another? I'm open, Richard. I'm a peace ambassador. So whatever is an opportunity, you know. When I'm doing Dr. Hewlett, my eyes run a lot and yawn a lot. Why is that? The yawning, Barbara, is the yawning is cleaning. Yeah, it happens to me a lot. Sometimes when I do uh, the a class, questions or things. Many times after I finish my seminars, then it's like I start, kind of going down, grounding, and I start yawning. Okay, so Richard, like I said, if you want to write to us to support at mabelcats.com, whatever you feel, uh, we can help, that will be great. Okay, guys. Wonderful. No questions. Anyway, all the questions are answered in my new book. Okay. This is in Croatian. Don't worry that you can get it. Actually, well, it's in Spanish and English too. But today you helped me a lot. If you subscribe, if you give it a like, if you got anything, if you heard anything that resonated with you or something, if you share it with somebody that you think it might help, and I highly, highly um, thank you if you are willing to cooperate. Again, the Kindle version is only 99 cents today, and if you buy it, you get a $67 bonus. There are 3 classes that I gave with Dr. Ihaliakala, and I'm sure you will enjoy very much. Okay. Bogota, Colombia, probably 2024. Yes, just started. Be patient. We are planning different things in Colombia. So we'll see. So I think I'm going to say goodbye to you guys with a piece of eye. We are going to close. And again, I hope I count on you for you to buy, if it's the Kindle or if you want the print copy, but Kindle is only 99 cents. You get the bonus if you get the 99 cents Kindle or the print, okay? But mabelcats.com /100 questions, you have there all the steps to receive, and it's just to complete your information and to put the order, okay? Proof of order or something like that, whatever. Thank you, guys. I love you. Happy 2024. Courage, faith, strength. That's what we need. We are going to make it, no doubt. Okay. But we have to keep strong. Okay. And don't buy into fear. Please. Deal? The peace of I. Peace be with you on my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am, the peace for always, now, and forever and evermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I live with you. Not the world's peace, only my peace, the peace of I. Bye, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm counting on you. Bye.